Hi, I'm back. In my previous videos, I had shown about how to use R transform in SPSS modeler. So, if you want to know about how to start and set up SPSS modeler, R essentials for R in SPSS modeler, or how to use a transform, use my previous video. In this video, I will focus more on what R output can do. The output version of R is in the output tab. It's an icon, and we can essentially use this to write outputs to the to files. So I'll go through what I have done over here. I This is my data. I imported my data. This is the data that I'm using, and I have just retained the first line, which is the median age, what's first column, and this data consists of census data, and it has median age for people in that in every zip code. So every row is one zip code, and the median age for that zip code. So if I do an R transform, I did a simple transform. I just added 5 to my median age, and I changed the name of my column to new age final. And this was how I did the R transformation. I generated a table. I could run and show you how to generate the table. Um, so my table has the zip code, and it has uh, the median age, and a new column called new age final got generated, which is 5 plus the median age previously. So so this part of the code model is working fine. Now I want to write this to a data set. So I simply drag R output and connect my transform to this output. And it's a very basic output code that I've written. I've just printed my data onto the file. Which file? So if you go to output tab, you see there is auto and custom. Within auto, there is output to file. Um, I can The output name can be mentioned if you want to write your own name. I would just go with your name. And the output, I want to output to a file instead of a screen. And I want to output text. There is no graph in my transformation. So, and the file where I want to store it is final file.txt. Um, so, um, uh, I would want to store the file on my desktop, so I would just select desktop and write the name of my file. And this is where I'm going to store my desktop, and it's a text file. So I would just hit run. It's going to take 2 or 3 minutes to run and to actually write again, because my data set is a bit large. Once it writes to the desktop, we would be able to pull it up and see how it looks. So I've opened my file over here. This is this was my output file. This is how it looks. So it has actually put all the columns and the data in my file, which is nice. So yes, that's about it. Uh, Thank you. The transformation that I showed earlier was a very basic transformation, so I have pulled up another transformation over here. Um, so this is more of a new code that I had written, which does many more things. So let's see. These are my sets of data sets, and I have merged all of them because I need them for my work. And so I have a huge verification result code over here. What I'm trying to do is in my data, I'm trying to find out how many of the data that I have, how are each of the zip codes different, and if they are different, how different are they from the margin of error. So I would subtract two zip codes and check if their value, the subtraction value is greater than the margin of error, then they are significantly different. The purpose of the demo is not the code and what I want to do, but it's more about to show that how complex things can be done in output. So in our output, my final output of this code looks completely different. It doesn't look like the data set at all. Um, so So at the end of the code, I have printed my result, and I would like to show how the result looks. It is completely different from my original data and how it looked. So the reason that I'm showing this is I wanted to show it's not necessary with our output that the data set, the output should look exactly like how the data set looked earlier, and this is how my new output looks. So it is a completely different thing. It's more of an output that I wanted to show. So this our output, uh, the other nodes, the other nodes that we saw earlier are transformed. It can only perform data transformation to a data set and write the same data set, the original data set in the original form, along with new columns. But the our output node can do much more. It can completely change your data set and write a new data set altogether. So this is the purpose of the demo. Thank you. If you have any questions, please feel free to post over here. Thank you.